Today, we're diving into something really cool. We're looking at a map, but not a map of countries or continents. It's a map of our minds, of the shape of our dreams, and what it all reveals when we ask Google the same questions in the middle of the night. Come on, you know you have. We've all been there, right? You wake up, maybe your heart's pounding, you just had that super weird dream about your teeth falling out, and what's the very first thing you do? You grab your phone to figure out what on earth that was all about. Well, here's the wild part. You are so not alone. Millions and millions of us are doing the exact same thing. And all of those individual late-night searches, they add up. They create this absolutely incredible large-scale picture of our collective unconscious. Okay, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at how anyone could even collect this data. Then, we'll dive into our most common dreams, see how they group together into bigger worlds, look at how they change over time, and finally, discover the dreams that actually connect us all. All right, first things first, let's tackle the big question, right? How on earth can you possibly get data on something as private, as personal as a dream? Well, the way they did it is actually pretty genius. Researchers analyzed all those Google searches that start with things like, "Why do I dream about?" They did this across 7 major world languages, and they collected and sorted all that data over a whole decade. So this isn't about reading minds, it's about looking at the questions we're all asking. Okay, now we get to the really good stuff. With all that information, what did they find? Are people in different countries, speaking different languages, all dreaming about the same things? And the answer? A big, resounding yes. 2 dreams popped up constantly across cultures and languages. Snakes and that universally terrifying dream of your teeth falling out. It kind of feels like some anxieties are just hardwired into us, no matter where we live. But, and this is where it gets super interesting, while we share those big universal fears, our individual cultures also give us these wonderfully unique dreams. Picking mushrooms was a big one, but only in Russian searches. Camels showed up in Arabic, and get this, garlic was a unique dream subject in Portuguese. It's a perfect example of how our real life seeps into our sleeping one. So we've got all these individual dream subjects, iguanas, snakes, mushrooms. But what happens when you take a step back and look at the bigger picture? What are the major themes here? To make sense of it all, the researchers did something smart. They grouped all these individual subjects into 12 larger macro categories, or worlds. So things like snakes, spiders, dogs, and bugs all went into the animals and insects category. It helps us see the forest for the trees, And when you look at the data, the results are, wow, they're super clear. The biggest slice of that pie, by far, is the natural world. It's full of animals and insects. And right behind that, family and relationships. It seems like deep down, our minds are mostly busy with nature and the people in our lives. But again, and this is so cool, culture comes into play. When you filter by language, you see these fascinating patterns. For instance, searches in Japanese had way more subjects related to pure emotions, while Russian searches had a whole lot of food-related dreams. Okay, get ready, because this next part might just be the most mind-blowing piece of this entire puzzle. It's about how our collective dreams change over time, especially when really big things happen in the real world. You see, some dream searches, like dreaming about flying, they're pretty much constant, year after year. But others, whoa, they have these huge, dramatic spikes. And the thing is, they're not random at all. They line up almost perfectly with major global events. Just take a look at this. In April 2010, remember when that volcano in Iceland erupted and grounded flights everywhere? Bam, a massive global spike in searches for dreaming about a volcano. And then, again, in March 2011, right after the tragic tsunami in Japan, searches for dreaming about a tsunami just shot through the roof. This isn't just data. This is our shared anxiety showing up in real time, in our dreams. And finally, let's pull all this together and see how this data uncovers this hidden network that connects us all, literally through the very stuff of our dreams. So which dreams are the big connectors, the ones that act like bridges between different languages? Well, no surprise here, snakes and falling teeth are right at the top. But other big ones include being pregnant, dogs, and fish. These are the subjects that keep popping up across multiple languages in the same year, weaving our dream worlds together. And sometimes the links are just wonderfully weird and specific. I absolutely love this one quote from the study. Dreaming about toads, of all things, created a special link just between Portuguese and Spanish searchers in 2015 and 2017. Dreaming about toads. It's these tiny human details that really bring all this data to life. So when you step back and look at everything, what does it all mean? It means we're not just looking at search trends. We're looking at a hidden web of our shared human consciousness. It's a map of our collective hopes, our universal fears, and all the surprising things that connect us, revealed by the quiet questions we ask our screens in the dark. And that leaves us with one last kind of haunting thought, right? This data gives us this incredible map of our dreams from 2009 to 2019. But the world has changed so much since then. It really makes you wonder, what are we all dreaming about right now?